In the frosty mists of the north, where the sun rarely broke through the heavy clouds, there lay the lands of the Vikings. These fierce Norse warriors, renowned for their bravery and seafaring skills, inhabited the rugged terrains of what we now know as Scandinavia. Their story is one of exploration, conquest, and an unyielding spirit. The origins. The Vikings emerged from the fjords of Norway, the plains of Denmark, and the forests of Sweden during the late 8th century. They were a people shaped by their environment: fierce winters, bountiful seas, and dense woodlands. Their society was built around agriculture and trade, yet the call of the sea was irresistible. The longships, slender and agile, became symbols of their maritime prowess, allowing them to navigate both open waters and shallow rivers. The Age of Raids. Around 793 AD, a pivotal moment in Viking history arrived with the raid on the monastery of Lindisfarne, off the northeast coast of England. This brutal assault shocked Europe. The Vikings, clad in chainmail and wielding swords, axes, and shields, descended upon the unsuspecting monks, seizing wealth and spreading fear. This marked the beginning of the Viking Age, a period defined by raids, exploration, and settlement. With their longships, the Vikings could travel vast distances. They ventured across the North Sea, striking coastal towns in England and Ireland. Their raids were swift and brutal, leaving little time for resistance. But the Vikings were not merely marauders. They were also traders and settlers. Many established trading routes that connected the East and West, exchanging goods like furs, amber, and slaves for silver and textiles. Life in the North. While the Viking raids garnered much attention, life in the Norse homelands was equally captivating. Viking society was a complex tapestry of chieftains, warriors, craftsmen, and farmers. Their beliefs revolved around a pantheon of gods, with Odin, Thor, and Freyja at the forefront. These deities were not only central to their spirituality, but also embodied the values of strength, bravery, and honor. Communities were often built around farmsteads, with longhouses serving as the heart of family life. Here, the hearth burned brightly, symbolizing warmth and sustenance. Women played crucial roles in Viking society, managing farms and households, while men engaged in voyages or warfare. Their society was marked by a sense of kinship and loyalty, encapsulated in the concept of hygge, a word that implies coziness, but also community and connection. The expansion. As the Viking Age progressed, so did the ambitions of these Norsemen. They traveled far beyond the British Isles. In the east, they sailed down the rivers of Russia, establishing trade routes that reached Byzantium and the Caliphate. In the west, they discovered the shores of North America long before Columbus, landing in a place they called Vinland, likely present-day Newfoundland. In 865 AD, a great Viking army, known as the Great Heathen Army, invaded England, aiming to conquer and settle. This army, led by notable figures like Ivar the Boneless and Halfdan Ragnarsson, captured key cities, including York, turning them into thriving Viking strongholds. Their influence marked a significant turning point in English history, leading to a blend of cultures that would shape the future of Britain. The turning tide. However, the tides of fortune began to change for the Vikings in the late 10th century. As their settlements grew, so did the resistance from the lands they had invaded. The formation of the Kingdom of England, under figures like King Alfred the Great, marked a shift. Alfred, through strategic warfare and diplomacy, managed to push back against the Viking incursions, fortifying cities and organizing defenses. The Christianization of the Vikings also played a significant role in their decline as raiders. With the conversion to Christianity, many Vikings began to see the world differently. They adopted new customs, engaged in trade rather than warfare, and formed alliances through marriage. The very fabric of Viking society began to shift, moving away from the warrior ethos that had defined them for centuries. The legacy. Despite their decline as raiders, the Vikings left an indelible mark on history. Their explorations and settlements laid the groundwork for future nations. The fusion of Norse and local cultures gave rise to new languages, customs, and societal structures. The sagas of the Vikings, tales of adventure, bravery, and gods were passed down through generations, preserving their legacy. Today, the Viking spirit endures, celebrated in popular culture, literature, and festivals. The ships they sailed, now reconstructed, remind us of their mastery of the sea. The stories of their conquests and explorations continue to fascinate historians and enthusiasts alike, ensuring that the Vikings remain etched in our collective memory as the warriors of the North. Conclusion. The saga of the Vikings is one of adventure and transformation. From fierce raiders to settlers and traders, their journey reflects the complexities of human nature and society. They were warriors, yes, but also farmers, craftsmen, and explorers. The North was their home, but their legacy transcends borders, inspiring awe and wonder long after their time. In every shadow of their longships, gliding across the waves, the spirit of the Vikings lives on, a testament to the enduring allure of adventure and discovery.